Good evening. Welcome to the September 23rd, 2024 meeting of the Library Board. Will the staff secretary call the roll, please?
Ishana Datasalia.
Here.
Maria Fisk.
Present.
Barbara Fulmer.
Present.
Lakshmi Rao.
Present.
Kayla Scott.
Present.
And Eileen Speaker.
Present.
Thank you. Will Board Member Fisk please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Certainly.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the secretary read the procedures for addressing the Library Board today?
Citizens addressing the board during public comment are asked to approach the podium and are limited to 3 minutes unless extended by the chair, and must be regarding items that are not listed on the agenda and are within the city's jurisdiction. The Brown Act does not permit any action or discussion on items not listed on the agenda. No action will be taken on items addressed under public comments.
I will now open public comments. Okay, I will now close public comments. Next on the agenda is the approval of minutes from the January 22nd, 2024 board meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
To approve the meetings for.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
We still need to take a roll call of any opposed.
Oh, any opposed? Okay. Next is the approval of minutes from the March 25th, 2024 board meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
I will motion.
I second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Moving on to the next section. Next on the agenda is item 6.1, election of Library Board Vice Chair. Would anybody like to move to elect a vice chair?
I move to nominate Eileen.
Thank you. That's very nice. So the board can have a discussion before taking a formal motion or a vote, or you can nominate someone else and have a discussion about that as well.
Do you like the nomination?
That's very kind. Thank you. My question is about how this works as we become a new board. Does this, and what, I don't know, I guess just how that will operate.
So this will be effective for this year. Our consolidation or proposed consolidation won't happen until 2027. So we won't have to worry about it rolling over to the consolidated board.
And then we'll have elections again in January, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
For next year.
I second the nomination of Miss Eileen Speaker. Any other elections, or would we like to vote perhaps on?
I'm ready for a vote.
Okay. I move to elect Eileen Speaker Vice Chair, made initially by Maria Fisk, seconded by Lakshmi Rao. Did you?
Yeah.
Yes. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you. We have our new Vice Chair.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Next on the agenda is item 6.2, welcome of our new library board member, Barbara Fulmer.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll get used to the microphone. It's a pleasure to be here. I've been a resident of Roseville for 14 years and Placer County for nearly 30. And I think, like many of us during the pandemic, I really began to appreciate the variety of services that our libraries offer for all of our residents. And about a year and a half ago, I became a part of the literacy program, helping one particular woman as she and her family are adjusting to living in this country. And it's been, it's just such a privilege to help her find the right way for her family. And so if being part of this board means I can be poster kid for the literacy program or a poster kid for the board or the library, I'm thrilled to do it. So thank you for having me.
Welcome. Welcome.
I'd like to open this to the board for comment. All right, I'd like to open this to public comment. Okay, thank you. Welcome, Barbara. Next on the agenda is item 6.3, lunch at the library.
Good evening, Chair Scott, Vice Chair Rao, or Speaker, and members of the board. My name is Anna Taloma. I'm a librarian at Roseville Public Library, and I'm very excited to share an outreach program we did this summer using a California State Library grant fund we received through our Friends of the Library. So through our nonprofit partner, the Friends of the Library, we applied for the California State Library grant entitled Lunch at the Library, Pop-Up Libraries at Community Meal Sites. The goal of the grant are listed on the slides, and it's to take pop-up libraries to other community-based meal sites. This can be at a church, at a park, or a school site. The requirement is that the site has to be a USDA-certified meal site. And it's intentionally having library presence to share our resources, our services in the community where people already congregate. Another goal was to give out free books to help build home libraries. So every child that received a free summer meal also received a free book that they could take home and keep. The impact of home library is far-reaching. The Annie E. Casey Foundation Kids Count Data Center reports that 79% of economically disadvantaged kids are below proficient reading level by 4th grade. When you compare that number to the number of books found in their homes, we have a pretty good argument for a concerted effort to have to help them build home libraries. And the other goal of the grant was to encourage participation in the library's free summer reading program. So we had a flyer whenever we did the outreach. We had the reading logs with us, and then we shared the details of the program and the potential prizes that they could win. And as you know, it's another effort to reduce or prevent summer slide. So we encourage them to come to the fun and library engaging programs, such as the Teen Trivia, the STEAM Days, Magic Mayhem, and other popular and of course our popular story times. Other fun events that we had were the Conservation Ambassadors, which was an educational animal presentation. But the most popular this summer was our NorCal Live Bats presentation, which had over 500 participants. And all of this is to help make learning fun. All right, so the grant award was for $10,300, and we worked with a liaison for the summer meals program for both Roseville Unified School District and Dry Creek School District. And they helped us identify 2 Title I schools that are serving free summer meals. And those schools were Barrett Ranch Elementary School and Bradford Woodbridge Elementary School. So free summer meals are USD certified sites that provide free meals for youth 1 through 18 years old. They don't have to live or go to school at any of the sites, and no proof of address is required to receive a free meal. So we visited both schools during their meal service 4 times during the month of July. We provided 2 STEAM-based activities. So we made and tested Newton's disc spinners. We had a circular cardstock that they got to decorate, and then they tested the spinner with string. The other activity they got to participate in, it was constructing a jumping grasshopper. So it was cardstock, clothespins, pipe cleaners, and googly eyes. And then we had a little ruler so they can test how far their grasshoppers could jump. The other visit we had, we provided a farm to summer component, which is new for this grant. And for that program, it's focused on connecting community with locally sourced sustainable food. And for our third program, what we did was we planted tomato seeds. And then we gave them instructions on home care for their plant. Our final visit, we brought in a paid educational presenter. So one site we had East Bay Vivarium, which is a reptile presentation. The other site was Lizard Lady, again, another reptile presentation. So children were able to learn about each animal, their habitat, their diets. Some of the animals they were able to interact with were tarantulas, scorpions, lizards, frogs, turtles, and snakes. So how did we evaluate the success of this library program? So we used quantitative and qualitative data. We counted all the attendees of the programs, and we also conducted paper surveys for the grant. Barrett Ranch Elementary School had 168 youth and families in the 4 days that we visited. One survey participant said they were so happy this program exists. At Bradford Woodbridge Elementary, we had 228 youth and families. And a parent said their kids enjoyed the meal, craft activity, and the free book, and they were always excited to come every Friday. So we know the need is there, and we look forward to applying for the grant again next year. The hope is to partner with more local nonprofit organizations such as food banks and probably a local farmer. We also plan to look into help from the city or PRL department for marketing efforts, as well as marketing in the community. Because a few grantees let us know that they promoted the program using bus stops, on sides of buses, benches, and on the radio station. So hopefully we'll be able to do one of those things next year. And if the library board would like some input, we'd be more than happy to entertain suggestions as well. That's my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to open this to the board for comment.
400 kids and families, that's awesome. That's just terrific. And to help them feel comfortable coming into the library to do interesting things instead of it's a place where you have to come and be quiet and somber. I think that's really, it's really good.
Unique way to engage kids in reading and participating in library. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, I'd like to open this to public comment. Okay, thank you. Next on the agenda is item 6.4, Libraries and Culture Report.
Good evening, board members. I have a very quick report tonight, just a couple of updates, primarily a lot of staffing news, which you already know some of that. Narinder Sufi, who will be our new city librarian, as Jill had made the announcement, she will be starting on Monday, September 30th. We will hold an informal meet and greet for her on Tuesday, October 1st at 5:30 at the Riley Library lobby. So we'll be sending out an invitation for that. You can come and join our staff, our different community partners, and volunteers to help welcome Narinder to Roseville. And I will be having a brief transition period with her through my actual last day here, which will be October the 10th. So we'll have about a couple weeks together to transition and just get her on her feet and kind of, I'm finalizing some projects here as well in the next couple of weeks. The new mural at our Children's Arts Center in Royal Park is nearing completion. We did send out an invitation to you all to invite you to an opening. Unfortunately, there was the artist needed to reschedule that, and so we'll be sending out an updated invitation. The opening will now take place on Wednesday, October 9th at 11 a.m. And so Marissa will be sending out an updated invitation to you all for that. We hope to see you down there. It's a beautiful mural. It reflects the nature at the creekside and the beauty of the park, and also embraces the creative aspects being at the Children's Arts Center as well. We're filling 2 full-time staff vacancies currently in Libraries and Culture. Our new Senior Interpretive Services Specialist, that's a big mouthful of a title, that person will be starting at the Mighty Museum on October 8th. That person will oversee all curatorial duties, helping plan programs, art exhibits, leading our front desk staff volunteer program, just a huge variety of tasks for this leadership role. We're really glad to have this vacancy filled. And then we're also finalizing the hiring process for a new full-time programming librarian for our downtown library. So that's coming up in the next few weeks as well. So we're really excited because when we have our full complement of staff on board, it helps us ensure that we're delivering the programs and services most valued in our community. And that is my update for this evening. I'm happy to take any other questions about any of the libraries, museum, or cultural arts.
I'd like to open this to the board for comment.
I don't have any questions. I just want to thank you, Natasha, for your many years of service to our city and your leadership. Clearly, the libraries have flourished under you, so thank you for everything that you've done for our city, for our libraries, and for this commission as well. So I can't believe we're losing you, but we're looking forward to meeting the new
You're
person.
in good
so.
hands.
I'd like to echo that. Thank you so much. We so appreciated your professionalism, your enthusiasm, your embracing of the core library tenets and expanding on them. And, you really make it easy to be on the board here because you and your staff do such a great job. So thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
And best wishes in your next chapter.
Thank you.
I will do the ditto and ditto. So, and also, it's kind of a revolutionary change, I would say, the digitalized and so many programs you introduced, and we have become a family, kind of. We will miss you, though. Thank you.
Same here. Ditto to you.
And ditto again. Thank you for everything that you've done. You've built up the library system to be something that the community has realized is such an asset. And you've increased childhood literacy in our city, and there's endless amounts of things that you can do with having opened a child to literacy. So thank you for everything that you've done. I'm excited for your next chapter and whatever the next chapter looks like for us, too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I'd like to open this to public comment. Okay, thank you. Moving on to the next section, board member, commissioner, staff report.
Well, good evening, library board members. I'm going to jump in and do a staff report today. I am Jill Geller, the Director of Parks, Recreation, and Libraries. And you'll see a quick little slide presentation because I realized that I would be absolutely remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to offer my public thanks and appreciation to Natasha at her last library board meeting. Her accomplishments are too many to list, and I know she doesn't want a big presentation, so I'll just say that it has been my absolute pleasure to work with Natasha, and I have learned so much from her, and I know these words hold true for all of her library staff and for our entire department staff. Natasha accomplished a lot during her 13 years in Roseville. She brought professionalism and a vast library expertise to our department, for which we are very grateful. But as you can see from the photos that are scrolling through the screen, she also brought a lot of energy and a lot of fun. Natasha has seen our libraries and museums through good times and through tough times, but there's no doubt that today's top-notch Roseville libraries are the result of Natasha's leadership. And the strides she has made to elevate the museum and Roseville's public art in just the past few years is remarkable. So, Natasha, you have accomplished what most of us as public servants can only hope to accomplish in our careers, and that is to leave our community better than we found it. We really appreciate you. We thank you, and I just wanted to publicly say thank you, Natasha Martin. We'll miss you.
Thank you.
I'd like to open this to the board for comment.
Right? You beat me to it.
13 years, I can't believe it seems like yesterday.
Well, you can see by all the aging that occurred with me on this slideshow.
Pandemic wasn't getting to anyone.
Yes, exactly. I miss the teal.
I'd like to open this to public comment. Okay, thank you. Next on the agenda is item 8. So I would like to motion to adjourn our meeting today at 6:20 p.m.
So the chair actually can't make a motion, but you can entertain a motion that someone else makes.
Okay.
You can second a motion, though, but you can't make the motion. Yeah.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I will second it.
Meeting adjourned today at 6:20
Okay,
PM.
sorry, I'm being technical. We do have to take a vote on it, though.
Okay.
I know everyone will probably vote yes, but we do need to take a vote on it, though.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the September 23rd, 2024 Library Board meeting is adjourned today at 6:20 PM. Thank you.
Yeah.